Delumier of True Love Tours.
Frozen, poised upon the stage, in pool of darkness, waiting light, to fall upon a face of grease paint, sketched in shadows, inked in hope. In a moment, drawn to decades, holding for the disc to spin, rhinestone moth preserved in amber, voiceless lark with ear of tin. White noise hisses, park hand kisses, hair in haloed honey glow. Eyes and teeth, dear, know your place here in this burlesque puppet show, caged by cadences recorded by an actual woman's voice, straining still for self-expression, every note devoid of choice, balancing in shoes like daggers, size 12 courts with 6-inch heels, rustling meringue of netting, doll cocooned in candy floss. Intro cracks through ailing speakers, drop your shoulders, tilt those hips, poised to chew through torch song classic, lower lashes, purse those lips, belt it out, love, mouth with gusto, never fall behind the beat. Silent dealer, clockwork Piaf, no regrets in our defeat.
Excuse me, but...
Don't interrupt. Now look, I've had to be abrupt.
I'm the content.
You're the candy. Flash those legs, dear, make them randy.
Maybe I'm just arrogant, but surely it's apparent that some girls can never be at home, lip servicing a metronome, fixed by others. We must roam through rhymes and reasons of our own, springing cards as words until we catch the ace. It's awfully nice to greet you here. I hope my voice won't sound too queer, as it's achingly delicious, if a fraction meretricious, to twirl for you in dresses and let fly my lengthy tresses just like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Don't you dare grow long hair. Drag sprite wigs with frocks. It's quite obscene to glimpse a queen bereft of plastic locks. Set your heart on Dolly Parton or Madonna if you must, for the cross-dressed male needs an anguished tail locked in her sock-stuffed bust.
I shall wear my own hair. A clip if I choose. I may elect a hence effective vintage frock and shoes, whilst petticoats will get my votes and trousers tend to lose. It must be seen I'm no drag queen, and that you must excuse.
Look, the crowds demand a diva who will care not a crap. An acid tragedian neath a ton of slap. Your perversion is permitted if you deign to close your trap. Stay laced in sequined satin frocks and punters laugh and clap.
Whilst I love to play the grande dame, or the cabaret whore, I'm less a prima donna, or the girl next door. For frills and bows and pantyhose are fancies I adore. But words and voice and oratory are pleasures treasured more. I can't mouth cliches to another's beat. There's text of my own that I need to speak. I may dress and talk sweetly, but I'm not weak from the roots of my hair to my fingertips. I guarantee one verity, so read my lips. The silicon diva has fried her chips. I'll eschew the seedy certainty, risk zero applause. I'm no digital woman, so no man can press pause. And I think you'll find my voice is as valid as yours. Yes, I know you'll find my voice is as valid as yours. So please listen when a voice is as valid as yours. Hello. It's all right, you can say hello. There's no fourth wall. There's no fourth wall at all. Yeah, we had it knocked out, you see. We had got this lovely little man in from the village. He had to underpin some of the narrative, do some sort of metatextual buttressing, but the fourth wall managed to come out. We've got a kind of open plan thing going on here. Hello. My name is Alice Delumier, or that is the name that I am sort of choosing to identify with tonight. In fact, I've been using that name for quite some time. As you probably noticed, I am what you might describe as a part-time girl. As I know, it's shocking, isn't it? Now, I never describe myself as a drag queen. Please don't get me wrong, that little piece which is entitled Lip Sync, or I think I'm going to call it Lip Sync, only wrote it a couple of weeks ago, so I'm working on it at the moment, obviously. I've got nothing against drag queens, but I don't think I naturally fit in. I don't feel that I kind of identify. And I think if I did advertise myself as a drag queen and people came to see me, they would be seriously disappointed. This is as glam as I get. A little touch of 1950s retro evening wear. And that's as close as I get to glam, really. But yes, so that piece was really about the idea of speaking out and trying to look at cliches and maybe examine a few cliches and maybe try and break them and establish a voice for yourself, because it's really important to find your own voice, especially if you're a trans performer, because you'll have many different voices at many different times. So I've been really getting into this idea of exploring the idea of gender within performance. And one of the things I started to do, you see, I do quite a lot of acting and cabaret as well. I am usually the compere. I'm usually the person coming up all the time introducing the acts. I'm usually the one with the microphone. Sometimes I do magic as well. I do card tricks, but don't worry, I won't do any tonight, you're safe. But one of the things, I know a lot of people in burlesque, and I would just thought, can I possibly try and do something that the girls are doing? And I like the idea of experimenting with not being the person with the microphone, not being the introducer of the acts, but actually learning to do the burlesque myself. And I wanted to see if I could do that. So I met a lovely lady called Angelica Bangs. It's her burlesque name. She's very good. She's a wonderful lady. She's also a really good teacher, and she puts up with me, which is pretty incredible to begin with. And I started to go to classes, and I started to try and find a way of fitting in and seeing if I could do this for real, not as a joke. So I'm going to do a little poem, but first, a tiny, tiny bit of audience participation. Don't worry, I've got big pants on. But can somebody with nimble fingers take the zip at the back? Can you take my zip? And can you go down about 5 inches from the top, so it's just within my reach? Okay, don't worry. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Well, I said audience participation is fine, don't worry. Right, this is it. So this is a little poem that I wrote about the experience of being in a burlesque class, and it is dedicated to my teacher. It's called Miss Angelica Bangs. I've carved out a niche on the burlesque stage. In petticoats I now earn a wage, dolled up as a lady from a bygone age when victory rolls were all the rage. My dears, I'm not like other men, retro hostess and comedian. Links and intros flowing from my pen as I wiggle in nylons 15 den, but I always trade on words, not movement. Could there be room for some improvement? And that's why, folks, on a Monday night you shall now find me in a retail park, just after dark, going to a gym. This is no lark, I'm here to try and make my mark, but do I have that showgirl spark? I'm so very lucky I can't bemoan, but can I dance outside my comfort zone, burlesquing with Y chromosome? Should have stayed a man, should have stayed at home. But in my desire to be a girl, I thought I'd try and leap and twirl. Oh, shall my fairy wings unfurl? Or will all other toes just curl? Run the gauntlet of pumped maleness, knotted muscle, streaked face, shaven heads, and hairy armpits. Could I be more out of place? Reach the room that's set aside for glamorous and girly things, wall of mirrors, floor of beechwood, amp through which the iPod sings. Kick off shoes and drop the trousers, tension tights and leotard. Check the padding, tuck the boy bits. Thankful I'm not big and hard. Greet the girls as they're arriving. Hugging, kisses, missed you rotten. Trade some gossip and some lipstick. Panic over steps forgotten. Work the ankles. Warm the rear. Wait until our teacher's here. Miss Angelica Bangs, Miss Angelica Bangs, on your wisdom my fate hangs, along with the rest of your glittery gangs. Miss Angelica Bangs, Miss Angelica Bangs, barely stops for milliseconds, bending space-time up mere fiddle, and burns candles at both ends, then lights them in the middle. Miss Angelica Bangs, we love our Anne, she's cool, she's great, she's always 14 minutes late. Sorry, darlings, day's gone crazy. Let's go through steps in case we're hazy. Show legs forward, long necks and pout. It's time to get those boobies out. Now bare your teeth, my wanton loves, to not smudge lipstick on your gloves. Avoid them sticky, vanish rips, leave extra space at fingertips. Bite each finger to remove them. Check the tension, thus improve them. Wind them up, girls, wind them down. Wiggle, giggle, turn around. We students crave Miss Bangs' approval for slickness of our bra removal. It's rather tricky, if one's candid, to tuck off backwards single-handed. Okay, strumpet, let's run through it. This is how you have to do it. Show legs forward, long necks and pout. 2, 3, 4. Finger under, elbow out. Reach up high and cut like hell, then same again with the left as well. Lean forward, jiggle, clasp goes pop, hold out fully, wait, then drop. It's glam to wear garters and it's chic to wear pearls, but it's better to be taken for just one of the girls. I won't be a diva, I won't be mean, I will not become some limelight queen. I want to fit in, I want to take my place, I want to stand in the lineup with my made-up face. I want to pad my boobs to match my friends, I want coordinated corsetry, identical tights, I want to wear our uniform all of the nights. We dance beneath the theatre's lights. I want to practice my steps till none can see. Mistakes in choreography. I don't want to scream and I don't want to shout, and the last thing I want to do is stand out. In myself I have belief, I can be more than light relief. I want to smile like my sisters and I don't want to frown. I'm out of my depth but I just won't drown, because I never want to let the other girls down. I never ever want to let the other girls down. I never want to let the other girls down.